Luigi Primo. And I make a best of pizza. Just like how you have to knead the dough and put on the sauce and the cheese and the toppings. So Casey is going to go to the video game store. He's going to find the best retro titles like a Mario or a Contra. And he's going to put it on a pizza, put it in the oven for 600 degrees, take it out, and it's going to be a melted plastic. And you're going to take a bite. It's going to burn your mouth and tear up your esophagus. But you're going to love the way it tastes because it's going to be a pizza for your mind. Please enjoy. Casey is raw. And remember, I make the best pizza.
Well, guys, my name is Casey's Raw. Welcome to Saturday's Raw. We got MK3 Kratos on the call. What's up, dude?
What the fuck was that cameo about?
Well, it's Luigi Primo. He's a indie wrestler who, during the match, he'll throw the dough, or he messes with the dough while he's wrestling.
Yeah, I've seen him wrestle before on, what was it, Dynamite during the pandemic or something, or Dark? He was on AEW.
He was on Dynamite once. It was during a Chris Jericho section, I think.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm looking at that cameo. I'm like, there's no fucking way this dude knows who Casey is.
Well, I mean, obviously I did a cameo. So let's go ahead and say hi to some of the people who are in the chat.
Yep.
We got Arushan Chu.
Arushan Chu.
Got yourself right there.
Yep. Thank you for the shout out in the intro again.
Well, the music, that AJ got that work.
Nice.
Yeah. So he gets the credit for that. We got Stanza in the chat. And I think that's it. Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, it says you're wrong, Costanza. He's Casey's lover, and he's talking about Boogie. So, this past Wednesday, me and the Den of Tim's, or Horror House Media, we were talking about the Chris Tyson situation, and then also about Boogie. And we were.
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces of it, but I couldn't stay awake for it because I had to work the next day.
Well, we were gonna try to redo that. Then it was like, you know what? There's no point. Like, I mean, there's nothing really much new. So
Yeah.
I said fuck it. And Dave uh, sent me a message about wants to talk about video games, but he had a list, and I talked to him, and he was having internet issues.
Mm-hmm.
So that didn't happen. Or I mean, I sent him the link, but I got no response. But
Ah,
I was actually thought I was going to run a little later than I thought it was going to be
mhm.
because me and my buddy Scott, we just got out watching Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
Oh my God! Did you see the IGN review on that? A 7. They gave it a fucking 7.
I think Deadpool 2 was better, but I think it's a
I'm
good
just saying,
movie.
like a 7 when you give She-Hulk and the Marvels higher ratings. Fuck out of here. Fuck
Uh,
out.
I think I would probably give it 7.5. Maybe 8, but definitely nothing. Higher.
Nothing lower than a 7.5. I'll give you that.
But it was a good movie. I wish Sabretooth was more of a surprise because if you watch trailers, well, Sabretooth was in the trailer.
Mhm.
So
I heard
I
that. Heard that Lady Pool was in it as well, or something.
well, I'm not gonna give any spoilers but
I got spoiled on that in someone else's stream. That's why I asked.
well, yeah, I can't answer that without spoiling stuff.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But
So,
I know one thing. Daphne Keene,
who?
beautiful woman. The one that played X-23 in the Logan movie. She was at the red carpet event for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
They
gonna
even did a
comment.
side by side picture of her and Hugh Jackman from 2017 at Logan's premiere to
Yeah,
7 years apart.
I can't believe she grew up that fast. I was like,
Hmm.
gosh.
Well,
But
she was like close to 13 years old when that first movie came out. When Logan came out, she was like 11, 12 years old.
well, she's more of
Now, I
your
think
age.
was she in the Acolyte or something? Was she in Star Wars The Acolyte? Because she was doing like some Star Wars shit
I
on her
was
Instagram at one
I was
point.
watching. I watched the first couple episodes and just eh, it was okay.
Eh.
But there was Dogpool in there, and what made me couldn't wait to see my weasel again because it was so ugly. It was cute, but my puppy, cute. He's cute,
Yeah.
and but it was a good movie. I still prefer Deadpool 2 over the third one, but it's not a bad movie at all.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about doing a review with my buddy Scott. There's like one I was like, I think if I gonna do that, I probably need to go back and watch it one more time to
Hmm.
get. But it's definitely like a Deadpool movie where they like to go a little bit to the part forward in the movie and then go back, or like, well, see where how we got in this predicament. We had to go to the beginning. Like, I know they did that in the first one, and I think they did that in the second one as well.
They did. At
So
least
they
the first one.
they did it with this third one. So it was good. Uh, but I can't give away to talk too much about it because we talk too some about it. It's just going to spoil a lot of stuff. The whole movie is kind of like a spoiler. I mean,
Yeah,
we
I
know
understand.
obviously we know Wolverine's in there, but Like
He
I'm not
confirmed
gonna
himself in the initial trailer.
what? Yeah, but
Exactly, confirmed himself in the initial trailer.
yeah, but I'm not gonna say how they got it. I mean, you can figure out how they got Wolverine in this. Where I mean, honestly, you can see in the trailer they are using the TVA, where the same agency that was from the Loki series.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I can't get like I said, if I give any more information, it'd be spoiling it.
Yeah.
So, like I said,
Understood.
I'd say it's. I probably would give it a 7.5. I mean,
Okay. 7.5. At
that's
least it's
like
not a flat 7 like IGN.
no. I mean, I don't.
Then again, IGN is biased when it comes to their movie reviews in some cases.
Well, I just feel sometimes like there's some movies like I gave The Flash a 9 out of 10 but I think the reason is because I was marking out because a couple reasons because Michael Keaton being Batman again,
Oh
and
yeah, I'd mark out for that too.
then they showed where going through all the stages of Superman, even the one that got canceled with Nicolas Cage being Superman.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God, they made it official now. That was funny.
Dog must love Batman.
Well, I mean, I'm a Batman fan. It was just, it's hard. I mean, I usually would say Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman.
Oh, he's mine too. Don't worry, he's mine too.
But I would also like, God, what's his name from the Nolan Batmans? Oh God,
Val Kilmer?
no, from the Nolan series, the ones in the 2000s, the Dark Knight series.
Oh, Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale.
I almost forgot about his ass. That's Batman.
Because I felt like that's probably the best trilogy of Batman. Because honestly, I think '89 was good, and then I was not a big fan of Returns, and then it just slowly got worse and worse.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what though, the Batman, both original Jokers were very good. I'll give them that. Both original and Joker.
Bertha Werver says, Casey, can you please ask?
That's not my fire alarm. That's my fucking chair, asshole.
Your chair?
What? All this moving around?
No, that beeping.
That ain't mine. That's for damn sure.
Because
it wasn't my smoke alarm.
I swore I heard it too.
Let me check. Hold on.
Oh, Duke is gone.
Son of a bitch.
What?
I just changed that damn thing 3 months ago.
What? Did you use like Amazon basic batteries or something? Because
No, fuck no. I use Energizer batteries that cost me $40 damn for a 4-pack.
Granted, Bertha is correct.
I understand. I didn't hear it at first. That's why I said what I said. I didn't hear it at first. I muted myself, then I heard it.
Well, I heard it too. I was like, that's not your smoke alarm. Then that's something
I thought you guys were complaining about my chair. Oh, there it goes again. Give me about 5 minutes.
All right. Well, really, there's not much on the docket. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. Like, honestly, I'm tired. Honestly, I was planning to go to the game stores, but I was trying to reach my buddy Scott to say, hey, let's go watch Deadpool. And waited all day. And then by the time it's like, oh, okay, we go to the 5 o'clock show. And I was planning to go to the video game store, but I didn't have time to run over there. So honestly, I'm just still tired from yesterday. Like, people were like, why are you tired? Like, I'm 42 years old. I'm fat. And I'm not only that, I have a real physical job that drains me. And not only that, the humidity down here is crazy. Like, I'll work.
You're not the only one with a physical job. But either way, I don't know if I can change the smoke alarm for a while, for at least a little bit, because of the fact that every time I've changed the battery, the fire department comes over because they think my carbon monoxide system's going off.
That's
I'm
crazy.
changing the fucking battery to my smoke alarm.
And is this like tied to your apartments or something?
This is tied to Ring.
Ring.
You know, the security system. My smoke alarm is tied to Ring, and they always call my house wondering if something's wrong. But they still call the fire department because they think carbon monoxide, even though I'm changing the fucking battery.
What? Maybe you're supposed to contact them and have them fix it or something.
I mean, the last time I did, they still sent the damn fire department.
Do you get charged?
I called them before I moved the battery or took it out, and fire department still showed up 5 minutes later.
Well, do you get charged for that though, for the fire department? Okay,
nope,
that's good. Because I remember I told the story a couple times. This is when I used to live in Pennsylvania, in Palmerton, Pennsylvania, and my wife, she was she loved her vaping, and she would vape so much that she would fill the living room up with vape, and the ceilings, we had really high ceilings. Just to change a light bulb, and this, or like do anything with the fan or something, I had to get on top of this coffee table with a chair to get to the fan or light. And it's like, that's how really high these ceilings was. You really need a ladder. And I came home and she filled up the whole living room up with vape. And I was like, I come home, I was like, what the fuck? Are you just vaping nonstop? She's like, yeah. And then I turn around, like I'm hearing like a fire alarm. And then I turn around and there's the fire department. And I was like, you vape so much, set the fire alarm that brought the freaking fire department. Eventually, I was told later on that we got charged, but she must have paid it behind my back because I was upset about it. But what's up, AJ? How's it going, man? Really, I don't think there's much to talk about. I don't know if I want to be on too long because, like I said, I'm just dog tired. And there really isn't nothing new out there. I mean, I know that a lot of the Boogie situation has been kind of calmed down ever since he got Liar tattooed on his face. Do I still have that? I think I might still have that picture. Let's see.
He had Liar tattooed on his face?
Yep, right there.
Oh, fucking idiot.
Yeah, he got it tattooed, Liar, on his face. Live on Local Live. And Bam says Casey's tired from sitting in the chair. Like, Come on, man.
I mean, personally, I don't expect to be on too long myself because of the fact that I mean, I finished work about 5 hours ago myself. I've been there since what, 9 this morning. You know, I'm a FedEx driver. You know.
Bam, that's Boogie 2988. Oh my God, we got the Deity and Randy
Randy
Viper.
Viper.
Randy Viper. Hey, no, hey, Deity. I'm gonna put this in here. Like, I know I didn't send the link out to too many people. AJ, if you want to join, I'll send this. Put it in here. You know, same thing with you, Deity. I would love to talk to Deity because I hadn't talked to that guy in a long ass time. But yeah, Boogie 2988. He was a big time YouTuber that he actually won the God, what is it called? Maybe the YouTuber or streamer of the year for the video game awards. Well, Deity, I put it in the chat. It's right there in the chat. So just click on that. If it doesn't work, then I'll send it to Twitter. But people considered him the Mr. Rogers of the gaming community, but lately he's been having scandals lately. Like he had the
Mr. Rogers is your best comparison for this guy?
No, that's what people on YouTube would call him, the Mr. Rogers of the gaming community.
That's a bad comparison.
Well, I mean, it is now, especially now that the guy, his image has gone down, and the reason he has a liar tattoo on his face is because he's 2 years ago he said that he had a certain type of blood cancer that would produce a lot of red blood cells, and there's a symptoms. I forgot what it's called. That's funny.
Damn, AJ.
That's funny. You know what? I think you'd be right. Oh, we got two people. We got Devious, Dave Rose, and we got the Deity. Welcome, guys.
What is up? Hopefully my connection's working.
You sound good right now.
What's
Can you
up?
hear me?
Yeah, I hear it. Hopefully, don't have that delay.
Wait, you could hear me just fine?
Yeah.
We
Oh,
hear you
perfect
just fine, dude.
Perfect.
If I
All
mute,
right,
it's
so-
because I have that smoke alarm going off again. It's pissing me off now. 'Cause I know what's gonna happen if I change the freaking battery.
There it goes again.
Yep, I didn't mute in time. God damn it.
See, Deity, I think this is the first time you talked to me since I moved into this apartment. I think so.
Yeah, it's been a while. You managed to move all your shit. I don't know how you did the game room. That shit would have drove me nuts.
It took time. It took a lot of time.
say.
Oh yeah, like I mean, a lot of times it just took me days of like, well, I don't want to give too much information, but I would drive to, I think I would drive early, heading to work, and I would drop off a couple boxes here and then head off to work.
Right.
So it was good about almost a month before I fully set in here because I got the rest of the furniture with my brother and a couple other people. We got 2 more bottles in the chat. Wow.
All right, Casey, who is saying, "Oh, I'm just gonna I'm not feeling it. I'm just gonna log off." Blah, blah, blah. Again, topics that I expect you to address. Being
Yes.
such a big video game guy yourself, Halo, the TV show, was canceled after 2 seasons. Thoughts? Why aren't you talking about this shit? Why do you need me, an amateur gamer, to remind you? Hey, we want the guy who's the expert.
So, all right, so I got you guys. So I've played Halo since like the first one came out, 2, 3, all of them. I heard about the series. I don't know if you guys, because I sure didn't try to watch it, but I saw little clips and previews of it. It looked fucking stupid, like red versus blue type. Like they were making it like a, I don't know. It had nothing to do with the actual Halo story. It was just a bunch of idiots like kind of dubbing like a funny comical type of thing, and it annoyed me a lot. I'm glad it's over.
Well,
So they basically get rid of the Halo TV show, but keep the Rings of Power, Lord of the Rings TV show.
Well,
My
that's
best
different. That's
example
not based on a video game. Again, the whole question
my best
was because
example
Casey likes video
is they tried to do Resident Evil on Netflix, and this was like 4 years ago, and they did a really amazing job doing this trailer, and I was hyped for it. Turns out they canceled that and went with what they ended up going with now, which is there's a black Wesker, and he has a clone. Oh yeah, that face right there, Casey. Exactly, because you goddamn well know that motherfucker is Aryan race white, and he hates everyone.
Seen my face. You should have seen my face. They made the same face.
but
That's what I'm saying. They ended up going with that piece of shit, which ended up being worse than the movies. The movies were just atrocious, had nothing to do with the game. So I don't know what they're doing, but so far, the Fallout series for Amazon actually is doing an okay job. Because I played the Fallout games. It's all right. It's doing pretty good. There's a big hype around Fallout 76 right now, and a big surge in players. And now Bethesda's like, yo, everyone likes the series. We need to come out with Fallout 5 ASAP. And that's what they're working on right now.
Yeah, they need a Fallout 5 now. There's already a Fallout 4 mod for London.
Yeah, they did that London thing. It looks all right.
well, I'm gonna answer that question that they said. I like the Halo games. I played 1 and 2, and I actually finished 3 and 4.
But did you watch the TV show? Were you critiquing it?
No, I never got to watch it.
I don't recommend it.
Or which streaming device was this on?
I don't remember, but I think it was Netflix. It was streaming on Netflix, I believe. And like I said, the previews of it look so stupid and childish. I didn't even bother with it. And no wonder it canceled after 2 seasons.
Bam says Kratos look like just woke up from a nap. There's a lot of times, oh gosh, when my ex came over here to help me out with something, and she came over here and I answered the door. She's like, "Did you just wake up?" Like, yeah, like I had no bearings. Like I was almost like if I was drunk. But it was like, and I couldn't really get my bearings until like way after she left.
All right, Casey. What are your thoughts on Ubisoft and this? It's called. Fuck. Losing my train of thought here. Assassin's Creed Shadows. With all the backlash that's going on right now, with the Japanese government going to intervene with potential.
They're actually going to intervene with history.
Well, I would ask Kratos because
they're actually going to intervene with history. Because the Black Samurai stuff was historical knowledge.
No, it's oh, Casey.
So from what I understand, he was actually a person there. Now, whether he was a ninja or a samurai, that's questionable. But he was actually there.
He was an indentured servant.
The samurai could get because it was he served the show. He served the show.
The author of this story admitted that he made it all up, and the proof is there. I mean, I just thought
Yeah.
that Casey could
I say
handle
take it a
such
step. I say
controversy.
take it a step further. Make Shaq a samurai. I'd watch that, and have him advertise his dumbass pizza while you're at it.
Hey,
Jack Pizza and
I work
Samurai.
for Papa John's, and it's shit pizza, and I agree with you.
Well, Dave, sadly, you choose another topic that I don't follow either. Like, I was never into the Assassin's Creed games.
Then I guess the next topic I was going to recommend, which was that Nintendo Glock 9mm that I sent you. I guess you're not going to be into that either, huh? It was fucking looked beautiful. Looked like a fucking Nintendo Zapper.
Oh
So
my
How
God.
would you call yourself the king
I-
of gaming?
I never know.
And you don't play most of the games that are out there.
He's the king of gaming collecting. He doesn't play them, but
Resident Evil 4 is one of the top games that has come out recently. The remake. I promise you, Casey hasn't played that fucking game yet, which is crazy to me.
It's
Alright.
sad. Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
well, again, I'm trying to bring you topics that I thought maybe you could address, but it looks like you don't even address these sorts of things. But I will say, which I talked to you in private about, is that Casey was asking, "Oh, what kind of punishment should I have for the wheel?" Well, I suggested something. He didn't seem too keen, so I'll suggest it to you, gentlemen. He smears peanut butter on his face and he lets his dog lick it off. So that would be a good punishment for this little gimmick that he wants to do with the spinning of the wheel. Okay, well, let's make it a little painful for you there, Casey.
That would be creepy.
I think one of the punishments should be Casey play a video game.
What? You
Casey
broke up.
plays a video game as a punishment. Does the Chad get to choose this video game or something?
See, I always-
Joke's on you guys. I'll just use a save state.
Oh, trust me, I got a few video games he could play that could get him kicked off of YouTube if I wanted to.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of times I'll
Especially it's just anything Japanese related.
there's a lot of times I'll take.
I do like the hentai.
Oh my God!
That'd be one of them anyway. That would be
What?
one of the games I would suggest.
I'm gonna be granted. I'm a retro guy, and I'm more into like Nintendo stuff. And
Actually, I just like watching the demos.
the demos. And I like playing the Sega stuff, and that's why right now I've been playing the Sega Master System and the Sega Saturn right now. And Bam is correct. Save states does not help me either. So even when I do cheat, it doesn't help.
Okay, yeah, maybe you're right.
He
Dan,
admits
but
to
it
cheating,
still makes me
people.
feel
You
good.
heard it here first. He
Yeah.
admitted to cheating in video games. You heard it here first.
Oh, I admit, like in the chat all the time, saying that I will eventually cheat. Like even with the recent gameplay with Warcraft 2, I couldn't get past the first part without dying completely out. So I had to use a cheat code, not like God mode, but I got where I get a bunch of gold, wood, and oil. So I could build up my army and stuff like that. So, I mean, I guess you could have like really took forever to farm everything, but I was starting to grow bored, so it was like I wanted to venture out, and I eventually got all my like swordsmen died, and then all my peons died after that. So,
Jesus.
but I mean, it's not like I use God mode. I mean, if you put God mode on, then what's the point playing the game?
The only time I ever used cheat codes, and I mean legitimate cheat codes, the ones where you had to type in a damn series of numbers and letters and symbols, not pay with a fucking card,
Well, that's what I did too. Where like on
No,
the
I mean the last time I did it, I was playing Twisted Metal Black back on PS2. That was the
PS3
last time I
that
used
was
cheat codes.
PS3, wasn't it?
PS2, Twisted Metal Black,
Damn, it's been a while.
PS2.
I
It's been a long time. And
Sure,
even
but-
the Ghost Rider game, you had to actually beat the game legitimately to even get the cheat codes to unlock.
the Tour Capture is correct. I really hadn't played anything. Well, that's not true. I played some PS4 and PS5 and Switch. But
You play a lot of Nintendo games, Casey. You don't really play like Resident Evil or Assassin's Creed or.
you know
Be
what?
more into Nintendo's side of the war in consoles.
Yeah,
Let's
and,
get that. Let's get it straight.
and Sega. I mean, I will play.
Sega don't even make consoles. No.
Well, they
That's why I said Nintendo.
Well, they did. Well, they did though. I'm like, that's why I'm
Back
playing.
in the day, yeah.
That's why I've been playing a lot lately. Like I said, been playing my Saturn and
The
Sega
Saturn
Master-
sold very well up until they.
Are you even
dropped
gonna play the new? Are you even gonna play the new Grand Theft Auto, Casey? Because it seems like you're not.
Yeah, I played. I played GTA 5. I even played it on the. Shoot, I originally played it on the Xbox 360.
So,
I think he means
I-
GTA 6
I have-
coming out.
I have a proposal now because I usually end up keeping a Nintendo whatever console they have out, and then I have an
Yeah.
Xbox or a PlayStation. But recently, it's been Xbox. I had a PS5, got rid of it because I didn't play it. So now I just have the Switch and the Xbox Series X. We all
Yeah.
know the new Switch 2
Series X,
is coming out in March.
Yep.
It's coming out in March most likely. They'll announce it in October and it comes out in March. So I'm waiting for the Switch 2 to come out. I already sold my Switch 1. Fuck that. So now I say when GTA 6 comes out, you, me, and Drew and whoever else has a fucking console, I say we do some heists together or do something together.
I think that'd be cool.
I'm in. I got a Series X myself sitting next to this damn laptop.
And there you go. Now here's the fucked up thing is I never got to play Grand Theft Auto 5. I did play 4, but I didn't play 5 because I don't know what the hell
Five
happened.
was at least on Game Pass at one point. That's how I played
Yeah,
it.
I did not have an Xbox Series X while the hype of GTA 5 was out. And eventually when I did get my Series X, it was too late. Everyone was kind of done playing it. So, but now I have everything ready for when it comes out. So I think, we grab me, you, and Drew and whoever else wants to play, and we do some heist together or something. This shit's gonna be fire.
Oh yeah. I haven't played GTA in a minute, but I'm definitely gonna get 6 just to see how the game plays.
Tour Capture.
Have you seen Drew? Have you seen Drew play? Is it GTA 5 he's playing right now? It's like
Yeah.
he's like
OCRP.
role. He's
Yeah,
like role playing as a cop and then as a trans, and it's very
Yeah.
weird. Like, and then
It's
other
his-
people like
it's
play
the
along.
the main portion. It's the main series for his channel, OCRP Gaming.
yeah.
Oh my god, you could not take me serious. Like, if I were in that bitch, I'd be like, hi.
It's what he's doing until I guess a good game comes out of GTA 6.
Well,
Jesus, I'd be horrible at role play. I'm like, hi, how much is this juice? $24. Kaboom! Fucking shotgun. Yeah,
It's like,
I
how
would
much-
not make a great.
It'd be like, how much is for this pack of M&Ms right here? Oh, that's
$5.95 cash only.
And decapitation. Like, yeah, I would not make a great role playing person for that. Whatever Drew's doing.
but
I can pass off as a Hindu person pretty damn well with that voice.
talking about the newer consoles, and I know people are talking about how they're wanting the PS5 Pro and stuff like that.
That's a waste of fucking money.
Well, dude, not only that, look, if you go to Walmart or Target and look at the PlayStation section, there's not a lot to choose anymore. Like,
Yeah, no
what-
shit.
like, I mean, there's not like a lot of games for that generation. So I'm like, it's almost like they weren't ready for the PS5. I'm like,
They weren't. They weren't ready for PS5. Not this early. They just wanted to get their console out at the same time that Xbox was coming out. And this is just my opinion. I think the PS5 was rushed because their game selection is very, very small.
oh
And they're
yeah,
relying on older games. Plus, you can't even cross back. It's not even backwards compatible with PS4
Yeah.
games either.
it is.
I think that's a console killer is not having enough video games. That's a big console
Exactly.
killer. Look what happened.
Yeah.
The Wii U had that problem. I
Well-
personally liked the Wii U, but it did lack a lot of video games. It really
But-
did.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
Square
also-
Enix is suffering. Square Enix is suffering sales. Like, they're suffering in sales on Final Fantasy games for being exclusive on PlayStation because nobody fucking plays a JRPG game.
You know
I
what
mean,
they
I'm a
really-
big fan of Final Fantasy X, and the thing is, they don't give the fans what they want. And if they do, they do it like 10 years later. By the time no one gives a shit anymore. That's their
They
problem.
made Final Fantasy VII Remake and they have it exclusively on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's a problem.
They have Final
Exclusively on
Fantasy
PlayStation.
16 exclusive to PlayStation.
Costanza says,
And they're wondering, and Square Enix wonders why their sales are suffering. Nobody's
I-
buying them.
I'm not here about
You
this.
may have bought Final Fantasy 16 back when it came out. I watched all his streams. Good shit. But my God, it fucking the sales, man.
Costanza says there's a gaming publishing strike over AI. Huh.
It wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
I'm not
I-
surprised either.
Well, I
Not really.
mean, thing about all the studios that really either shut down or had massive layoffs. Like a lot of times, people are using AI for a bunch of stuff now. Like, and I think one of the things that's a killer for the gaming industry is how long these games take to come out. They'll announce this one game, and then it'll take 5 years to come out. Like, and
I mean,
Nintendo.
Nintendo does that a lot, but boy, do they produce. Because Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild was one of the best games I've ever played in my life. So, and they took like 5 to 7 years to develop and shit. And I'm glad they did because it was amazing. Now, the problem is some other studios do the same thing, but by the time the game comes out, it's like a 6 out of 10. It's like you took how many years and this shit's average.
And
Yeah,
it's
that's
still,
fucking horrible.
and it's
Kind of like the Guardian for PS3. They finally came. It was supposed to be for PS3, but came out for PS4.
yeah.
And that took 6 years to develop. It still had like what looked like to be PS3 graphics on it, and it bombed. It
Yeah,
bombed.
like it's like Tour Capture here says, gaming development is absolutely nothing. There's no games that they can create anymore. Back in the Nintendo OG era, publishers can only release 5 games a year, and they would have to choose the best of the best. See, the thing is, back then you didn't need to take years and years and years to build a single game. Like, and maybe they need to start dialing back. Like, who cares? Like, Nintendo is a perfect reason to look at. You don't have to have the best graphics in the world, and it will still be a good game. Like, honestly, I mean, I don't see us actually getting. There's no reason for a PS6. I think this PS5 and Xbox Series X, this might be the longest console life because one, there's not a lot of games out for it, and if they both don't have a lot of games out for it, even digitally, how's the customer gonna trust them in the future? I mean, like, I think they need to dial back as trying to make, this is the most revolutionary looking game of all time, but you get into it, the game's boring as fuck. So it's just frustrating because I like back in the day where, like, every year or two you would get a new Sonic or a Mario, and now like
Right.
we hadn't had a real Mario game. Well, we had Mario Wonder, but we hadn't had a new 3D one since 2017.
I honestly think they're waiting for the Switch 2, and I think the Switch 2 will be
I think so as well.
it will be announced October, and it will come out in March, just like the Switch 1.
I probably would agree with that too, because
Well,
They already confirmed it. They already confirmed that there's a Switch 2. Now all the other shit. Yeah, all the other shit. Like, did you see like with the Joy-Cons, they did a patent for magnetic strips so it connects easier.
Oh, really?
And they're saying that that's how the Joy-Cons will now connect to the Switch 2 with magnets.
To address the stanza in the chat about Call of Duty coming out every year and being the same shit.
That's another thing. Call of Duty, Black Ops is Black Ops is going to be straight to Game Pass, and I'm going to be first day to play it.
Yeah, same here. Same here. It's actually they have Modern Warfare 3 on Game Pass right now. They just announced that yesterday.
Well,
oh wow.
Well, that's
Modern Warfare 3, the one that just came out last year, is on Game Pass right now. I'm like,
damn.
And I said to myself, and so it begins.
Well, but that's the other end of the stick, though. You get these games that come out every year, and they really didn't do much. All they did is put.
But Game Pass Ultimate also had a price jump from $17 to $20 a month now for new subs.
Yeah, although there's a trick to that. I went to a Walmart not too long ago, and they still had it for $16.99 if you buy a physical card.
Yeah, but like the $20 is on consoles right now. If you click the join now button as a new sub, it's $19.99.
Yeah, I will always be a buy a physical copy, buy a physical card, buy a physical everything type of person.
Yeah.
I know they're moving towards digital, but I am 1,000%
That's going to
against
kill the gaming company. That's going to kill gaming preservation.
Well,
having everything digital is going to kill gaming preservation.
Well,
sooner or later, we're not going to have a way to put a disc into a game.
No, definitely not. I mean, look at Xbox. Look at the Xbox Series X2, whatever they're going to call this. The one
we don't know what they're going to call it.
Xbox has the dumbest way to name shit. I hate Xbox.
I'm talking about the white version of the Xbox Series X, but it's this
the S. The S.
Is it DS?
It's called Xbox Series S. That one, the white version.
Yeah.
No, there's the white box it's very small, but they have a new one coming out soon. It's looking like the Series X, but it's white, and it has no disk drive in it.
Oh, it already came out. They already came out with that. All they did was make it. It's a 2 terabyte system that's diskless, and it costs a little bit more because it's 2 terabytes. And all they did was spray paint it green to make it look fancy. It's black. It's black with green spray paint on the outside of it.
Oh, let me look that up.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no one.
Xbox fan
I will never buy a diskless drive. That's crazy to me. I will never buy anything diskless.
I literally joined the Xbox community back in Xbox 360, but that just sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's when I joined Xbox 360 era.
I missed out on the OG Xbox. I'll admit it. I was a PlayStation fanboy for too long. I needed something new.
Yeah, the thing that made me like Xbox is the fact that there was a lot of multiplayer games that you could play with your friends. So I feel like PlayStation back then was more for it had really great single player games, even now. Yeah, but I'm more I play with friends though. I have a squad, So I feel like a lot of PlayStation games are for single player people.
I had 2 brothers that get me into the Destiny community. I bought D1 back. I actually have hold on. Do I have a physical copy? physical version of that shit? Hold up. I need to check and see if I still have my complete edition of Destiny 1. I don't know if I bought it on disc or not. Shit. I bought that in the entire game for $40. D1.
Jesus.
Then that was like in 2017 before Destiny 2 finally got announced. And I've been stuck in that community ever since. Costanza, goddamn.
I'm trying to look
Where is everyone tonight? I thought you had. Where's AJ Raider? Where's
He's in the
Tex?
chat.
Where the fuck is? Where is everyone? Where the fuck is everyone?
AJ's right here in the
If
chat.
God of War is in Egypt, I'm all for that. Costanza, I'd be all for that. I'd
Well,
love to see Kratos versus Anubis personally.
well,
That'd be a
God of
dream
War,
fight.
the God of War series is done.
That's the only.
Well-
honestly, the only thing PS5 has is the God of War series and Spider-Man. I really can't think of any other games that I'm like,
Apparently,
oh,
David Jaffe had. There was a report about a year ago. David Jaffe actually did not like the direction that he was taking the God of War series with Corey Balrog. He thought like he should still be an angry, upset old man. I'm like, dude's mellowed out, and it was great. The character mellowed out, actually learned to be a father again to someone who wasn't even a fucking kid.
I want a new Twisted Metal game. It's been a while. I
want
also
to see
want
that ice cream truck again too, sir. Personally,
although
wanna see
the series, the Twisted Metal series is cheesy, but it's kind of funny.
I mean, Samoa Joe as Sweet Tooth is okay, but you didn't have to give
what?
Will Arnett his voice. Will
Since when
Arnett
is
is the
Samoa?
voice of Sweet Tooth, but Samoa Joe's the body. You didn't know that? In the
I
TV
did not
series?
know that. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
Samoa Joe's the body of Sweet Tooth, but Will Arnett, the voice of Lego Batman, is the voice.
Well,
Which is
That's
stupid.
great.
Turret Capture, I just got back watching the new Deadpool Wolverine movie. It's good. It's probably, I said it, I give it 7.5, 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I heard a lot of 6.5s and 7s out of 10s for that movie.
IGN gave it a 7, and it pissed me the fuck off.
I feel that Deadpool 2 was better, but it was still a good movie.
Here's the problem with IGN. They compared it to the MCU with the MCU movies. I'm like, fuck you people. You're comparing this movie that was not even supposed to be a part of the MCU, as reported. It wasn't even going to be a part of the MCU.
No, but
you're complaining about it being a far cry from the MCU? Really?
Well, it is part of the MCU now.
No, Deadpool and Wolverine is its own variation of movie, because Kevin Feige, whatever you pronounce your fucking last name, he didn't want it in the MCU. He doesn't want Deadpool in the MCU.
Don't worry, AJ. I was not gonna spoil it. Like I was talking in the beginning, that's why the show started a little later, is because I got here late. But there's not much I could talk about without spoiling stuff. So
I mean, a 7 out of 10 from IGN, but you give She-Hulk and the Marvels better ratings than that. Fuck you. Fuck these people.
good. Tex is in here. If Casey doesn't have Hobo Jim reviewing movies with him, I don't trust his opinion.
Damn.
Actually, who he considered Hobo Jim, I did go with my buddy Scott, and I was thinking about doing a review with him, but at the end I was like tired. I was like, first I figured run here as fast as possible, so I was like, we just parted ways after I dropped him off, and I ran home. So I'd say it was a good.
And he never saw him again.
Well, I mean, it's possible. I mean,
God damn, Costanza.
I
God damn.
but being that recliner and like I was kind of jealous because we ordered some food to go into the theater, and I got a barbecue bacon burger, cheeseburger. And
You're making my ass hungry right now. Now I want burgers again.
and he got raviolis. I was like, oh my god, I wish I had that raviolis instead.
Ravioli, you mean?
Yeah,
There's no S at the end of it. That's why I say that.
isn't it raviolis?
No, there's no S at the end of ravioli.
Well, if there's more than one, isn't it?
No, it's
Hey.
always been pronounced ravioli because it's a pasta dish.
Hey, we got Cora in the chat. Welcome, Cora.
Yo!
Oh god.
Yo! The woman, the myth, the legend from Derailed. Yo!
That's funny. But oh gosh, it was a good movie. I'm wondering what Tex would Tex. I bet Tex has gone watched it.
I guarantee you Tex has probably drunk himself into a corner from that Olympics intro, Costanza. Or
So-
ranted up a storm about it.
Hey Tex,
He probably
if you-
drank himself into a corner. I'm sorry, Tex. Sorry.
Tex, if you had a rate the Deadpool movie out of 10, give me a rating. Unless you want to join in, but this is just like right now, just random small talk. I'll put the link in the chat if you guys want to come in. Give me a second.
I'll be back. I'm going to actually cook some burgers now. Shit. A bunch of like people in drag in the intros, AJ Raider. Bunch of people in drag.
What?
A lot of people were saying like it was more satanic than anything online with the opening ceremony. It was not good. I didn't watch either,
Oh,
but I'm hearing online it's not good.
we got the man, the myth, the legend, Tex.
The opening ceremony was
Well-
filled with people that would make Tex go crazy with his shotgun.
Okay. First of all, I would rather watch paint dry, scrub it all off, repaint the wall before I watch the Olympics. Number one, the Olympics. The Olympics are gay. I'm sorry, they were gay before they were putting trannies on TV. I've never given a fuck about the Olympics. No, I saw all the disgusting, vile stuff with men's testicles coming out of women's clothing on Twitter, and I was like, yeah, I'm surprised that they weren't butt fucking each other on there live on TV at this point. I'm not shocked whatsoever. But yeah, no,
I'm
Who
not saying there
gives
was
a fuck?
anything wrong with it, Cora. I'm just saying like a lot of people did not enjoy it. I'm just
oh
saying a
no,
lot-
let's just mock. Let's just mock Christianity live in front of the world, because that's not hate, but God forbid, let's say we went after a Jew or a Muslim, people would be screaming hate crime. I will say that it's perfectly fine to go after white people stuff, but if you even draw a cartoon of that kid diddler Muslim over there that the Muslims worship, or the tiny hats that control everything, then people start losing their minds. But go ahead and
Well-
mock Christianity. That's cool. So
That's pretty fucked up. So hey,
what's up?
I was gonna say, have you seen Deadpool 3?
Yeah, well, I saw it. Actually, funny story, because I knew there was going to be a rush on tickets. I bought tickets early, being prepared. Then, like a week ago, my lady she's like, "Hey, I got you a surprise," and she hands me 2 tickets to Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm like, well, actually, and I pulled out of my wallet. So we each bought tickets because we were both excited. So yes, we saw. Luckily, it was funny. We bought tickets to 2 different movie theaters. So at different times, just like there was like 6 hours in between each showing. So
Did you go watch
it was good. Oh yeah! Oh hell yeah, dude! They already got my money twice. It's not like I'm just gonna not go see it twice or anything. But yeah. Oh yeah.
So what? I'm not trying to get your review.
Well, I can hang on. I'll just to say I'm not going to give you all my thoughts because I'm saving my good stuff for Tuesday.
Yeah,
but,
that's what I was going to say. Just your rating, or
well, over walking out of the theater reaction, it was a fucking 10 because that movie was fun as hell. I don't care what anybody says. That was like, I have criticisms and I'll get into those on Tuesday. But if you've ever watched any, of the Fox superhero films, how could you not love that? I mean, you got, well, hang on. Are you doing spoilers on here or not?
No, I didn't. I figure it's still too early.
Oh, okay. So say, you can't talk about this without spoiling? I'm just, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't talk about the movie because there's
literally that. I mean,
the whole movie.
There's no way to cover this movie. Hang on, let me turn my camera on. I'll show you. Luckily I had these gift cards to different theaters saved up, and I never used them. And I cashed in on a couple items from the theater, merch wise. Let's see. I got the Wolverine popcorn bucket. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, popcorn goes in the top. Yeah. I got this was at the Cinemark theaters. So that was pretty cool. And then over at the AMC theaters, I got the Wolverine cup and it's got head pull on top of it. So pretty neat.
How much was the popcorn bowl?
Well, what's funny, this cup at AMC was $27. So luckily I had the gift cards from Christmas. I think they're Christmas or my birthday, one I can't remember. But this at AMC was $29. So, whatever. But yeah, I thought it was pretty neat. So I came out pretty good on both of those. So
that's pretty.
I was happy with it. But yeah, no, I liked the movie. It was, like I said, walking out of the theater, it was a 10. Like just for fun theater experience and being entertained, it was a 10. As I've now seen it 3 times. I think I've seen it. I got to give it like a 9, dude. I have light criticisms, but you make sure y'all are tuned in Tuesday because I've got like 2 pages of stuff I've written down just so I don't forget for review purposes. But I mean, there's certain scenes in that film that okay, I've hated Marvel for years, but if you can give me this, you'll get me back. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Even in the beginning is a spoiler. You can't even talk about it even in the beginning.
Okay, how fun was that? How fun was that opening credit sequence? Now,
I loved it. I loved it.
That was hilarious. Like I said, I hate that we can't talk about this because there's so much to talk about. But it's one of those things.
Let's say it was 2 weeks from now, sure, but it literally just came out.
Well,
Friday.
Tuesday, we're gonna spill all the tea. So if you haven't seen it by then, it's on you. So you do what you need to do. But yeah, no, it was good. One thing I can say is I miss going to the theater with a full crowd. It's been so long since I've seen a movie where literally every seat was full. Both times I went to it, every seat was took, and that was just to be in that ambiance. I mean, this is what movies are for. They're it's a shared experience format. That's why you go somewhere else to pay to see it. So it was so much fun to go see.
And that's why you pay $20 for a popcorn and
Right. Well, I mean, I love movie merch. I can't help myself. I've had these gift cards sitting in my wallet for forever. Like I needed to use them on something. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to buy movie stuff.
No, I'm talking about a normal bag of popcorn that would take like be like $20. Like that's where they get you.
The theater's got to make money somehow. You know what I mean? Like they make very little on the actual movies, so that's why the refreshments cost so much. But yeah, I mean it was I had very little complaints. I had maybe like 3 or 4 things that I would have changed. But for me, as critical as I am with movies, that's pretty damn good. You know what I mean? So for me, it's the best movie so far this year. Now, we do have Terrifier 3 coming out. That's probably going to take the top spot for me. But we'll see. So, who knows?
I'm trying to remember what movie they had it as the preview that I was so happy to see. Well, I think it was Gladiator 2 that, like, as the preview. It was like, oh, hell
Do we need a Gladiator 2, though? Like, I mean,
I love the first one, and the trailer for Gladiator 2.
Yeah, but I'm going to go see it. I mean, I'll be there. I'm sure we'll cover it or whatever, but I don't need Pedro fucking Pascal in every goddamn movie. Like, why is this motherfucker in everything? You know what I mean?
It's like, do we need a second? It's like, do we need Twisters? Like, almost 30 years.
No, we didn't need. No, but it's like, I don't know. Gladiators is like an epic kind of thing. It's like, it's like on the list of like guy films. Gladiator is like high up there. Yeah. I highly doubt this will like. I mean, did you see the Alien prequels?
Yeah.
That Ridley Scott did a few years ago.
I've seen the
Ridley Scott. This is what concerns me is like Ridley Scott just did that Napoleon movie and that thing was terrible. Like I don't have high hopes, so we'll see what comes of it, but I don't know.
Are you saying that this new Aliens movie that's coming out, that's a prequel, or is there another?
Because the new Aliens movie, that's not what I'm talking about. The new Aliens movie is directed by Fede Alvarez, which I like that director because he did Evil Dead 2013. He did Don't Breathe. He's done some pretty good horror stuff. I'm actually excited to see what he can do with an Alien franchise. No, I'm talking about the Alien Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Did you see either of those films?
I saw Alien Covenant. It was shit. How do you not know that the Michael Fassbender character you're talking to does not have a cut and not realize he has a cut?
And this is what I'm saying. Like Ridley
the movie that it's not the one you're talking to.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like Ridley Scott, he's had minor glimpses of brilliance in the past, but I think his better days are behind him, is what I'm saying. This is why I'm worried about Gladiator 2, because it's probably just going to be rehashed. Oh, hey, you love Gladiator 1, so here's the ring and here's his armor. We're just going to throw all this crap on the new guy, and hopefully you love the new one, So, I don't know. It's whatever. So
it looked cool to me.
See.
It looks good. I mean, a lot of times
I will say this. I'm more excited for Gladiator 2 than I am Joker 2 because I fucking hate musicals and I hate Lady Gaga. That I can say.
I hadn't seen the trailer for that yet. So.
Did you not get the Joker 2 trailer in front of Deadpool Wolverine?
No.
Really? Okay. That's crazy. Oh, I got it both times in different things. That's weird.
No, because I remember the Alien. There's there was oh gosh, Gladiator 2, and also this Smile. Was it Smiles or something?
Smile 2. Smile 2. Look, that comes out on October 18th. I'm actually looking forward to that one. That one, I like the first Smile, like especially that opening kill where they lay that white sheet over the bloody face and like that bloody smile comes through. Smile's an interesting horror franchise. I'm actually looking forward to Smile 2. I like the trailer. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to Speak No Evil with James McAvoy. I'm looking forward to Trap with Josh Duhamel, or not Josh Duhamel. What's the dude's name? Anyway, I can't remember. But there's like 10 movies I'm waiting for this year. I've got a list, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But as far as Deadpool and Wolverine go, it's my favorite film this year so far.
Trying to think what else I watched. I mean, there wasn't a lot of movies out that I care. I still want to go watch Twisters, but
Twisters it's not nearly as good as the first one, but it's worth seeing once. I'll say that. Like, it's a film I enjoyed, but don't take it. It's like it can't decide if it's a remake or if it's a sequel. That kind of thing. Like, it could go either way. Like, there's one big main tie to the original Twister film. Obviously, Dorothy the Tornado Machine. I don't think that's too big of a spoiler.
No.
But it's like, okay, is this a remake? Because it kind of feels. I personally think it's more remake, but that's just me. But
when you told
me
you told me when they don't sing Oklahoma in the middle of it, that pisses me off. That should have been like a staple for this one too.
Well, there's like 2 songs that say Oklahoma in the middle of it, so you are represented. But, hang on 1 minute. I have to handle something. Y'all hold down the fort.
Okay. Like I said before, I still see, like, I love how they started singing Oklahoma in the middle of the original Twister. But that, my buddy Scott said he seen this first Smile, and he's like, it's great. So I was like, and seen the trailer for the second one, I was like, oh, cool. But like, and it looks interesting, something that it'd be up my aisle, because I tried to was that Paranormal Activity, where it's like there's a ghost going around someone's house or something, where stuff is like interacting with the house or something. And like, me and my wife, we watched the first one, and they're like, maybe the second one will be better. We watched that, then they're like, well, we've seen the first 2, let's go watch this one, maybe it'll be better. Like, it kept on, like, I think the best one probably was the first one.
Hang on, wait, you didn't like the first Paranormal Activity?
I felt like I wanted to be more scared, because of like, oh, the store closed. I'm like,
well, okay. So you said you saw Paranormal Activity in the theaters or at home? Sorry, I'm dealing with a dog.
That's all right. At the theater.
Okay, so were you like, well, what? So to you, it was more of a boring film?
I was a little let down because I was wanting something a little bit more, because of like, you didn't really get the big scare until the very end, I believe. I was like, of course.
So you were wanting like more jump scares and more crap to pop out at you, more of like a general audience kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. See, there's nothing. Okay. I'll use a wrestling term here. Like, okay, when like the good, like, well, let's say CM Punk goes to Raw and they're in Oklahoma. He's like, "Oh, it's good to be in Oklahoma tonight," and everybody cheers, and they call that like a cheap pop, right?
Yeah.
The cheap pop in horror is the jump scare. That's the lazy scare that, okay, we're not actually talented enough to put something on the screen that is scary, so we're going to have to jump scare you because we're hacks, basically. Do you realize they made Paranormal Activity for like $10,000, right? Like a super limited budget.
Well,
They had no money to make it.
Paranormal Activity had that low of a budget, and it still sold fucking well.
Oren Peli is the guy that made that film. The house that they use in that movie is his, or was his actual house. Like,
oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah. No, like that movie was. That movie was made. I'm trying to remember who it was. I can't remember who the big. It wasn't Spielberg. It was somebody. I can't remember. It wasn't Eli Roth. I can't remember who it was. But basically, they made the film. Some big wig in Hollywood saw it and said, "Hey, this is good, and I'm going to get you more money to punch up the ending." And basically, what punch up means is make it better, make it bigger, or whatever. Because the original ending of the film is Katie throws Mika up the stairs, it hits the camera, then she's like crawling and she's smiling on top of the camera. You see her face and she goes all demon, and then she cuts her own throat, and then the cops find her dead. That was the original ending, which is on the DVDs. You have it, by the way. But that movie made, like, I think that may be the most successful independent horror film of all time. I think it made more than Texas Chainsaw. I'm pretty sure. I know if it's not number one, it used to be number one. But when it comes to Paranormal Activity, you have to keep in mind what you're watching. You're watching that's a theater of the mind film. That's not, ooh, jump scare, here's Michael Myers. You know what I'm saying? So you have to keep in place. It's a ghost story. They literally had no money to make it. So it's kind of a throwback to the old, exploitation, B movies, whatever you want to call them, where, just like Jaws, you don't see the shark till the last 15 minutes of the movie. Why was that? Because the prop didn't work. So if you hide your monster, the theater of the mind always plays it up. It was one of those things.
Knucklehead says Blair Witch Project was one of his favorites as well.
I'll tell you what,
Blair Witch Project, yeah. I remember seeing that as a kid. That was. I'm sorry, was somebody talking? Is cutting out on mine?
Yeah, it's me. It's Kratos.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Kratos.
First and only time I ever saw Paranormal Activity was literally on Halloween in high school in my classroom, because my web design teacher bootlegged it and showed it to the whole class, and that was the class. That was the whole class.
Well,
2.5 hours. We watched.
I have all of them on. I have the entire. No, I take that back. I do have the entire one, including Next of Kin, the one that was released 2 years ago. I bought that collection may not have Next of Kin on it, but I bought a couple years ago. They did a Blu-ray collection of all of the Paranormal Activity films. I've seen every one of them. Like, I personally enjoy the franchise. Is it great? No, but it's a fun, schlocky horror franchise that, I would say if you don't mind sitting through a lot of exposition shots and story building for a little bit of scares, it's worth watching. But if you're more of a general audience to horror like Casey is, that's not the franchise for you. I will say that.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying, we gotta have the killer right there, or like, I don't mind like where you have the door open at one scene, and then I guess it gradually does go up, but maybe I kind of wanted it faster than that.
Have you seen any of the Paranormal Activity sequels though?
Yeah, I've seen the thing.
I saw at least 2. I know I saw 2 in theaters because people were escorted by cops out of the fucking theater, mostly because they were running in and out of the fucking screaming for no fucking reason. They had to escort a bunch of fucking teenagers out of the screening because they were screaming around other people trying to enjoy the film. They were screaming and running out, coming back in, screaming, running out, coming back in. It got annoying. It got annoying after a while. I'm glad the cops.
Well, I would say, at a minimum, like, watch the first 3 Paranormal Activity films. The first 2 coincide perfectly, and then the third one takes place in the 80s when Katie and her sister, I can't remember the sister's name right now, whenever they were children.
And
I think Paranormal Activity 3, that might be the best one, honestly. Like, that one, there's some...
The fourth one kind of was... It was all right.
The fourth one is kind of where they started to, like, the news started to wear off and people, like, faded off after that. Because, I mean, you know, it's just one of those things.
I'm not even sure about the fourth one. I mean, I know I watched the first 3 for sure.
I know one of the one of the Paranormal Activity films had like a ending where like it ended up looking like the fourth kind type of ending where like someone gets abducted by walking through like some sort of portal.
That was the 5th one. I think that was the 5th one where Miguel or whatever the guy's name, like, he ends up back at Katie's house, like back in time or whatever.
I'm talking about like the kid that walked through like the portal and the camera was just like purple and the camera just showed purple and black and some light at the end of some portal, and the kid just walked in.
That's what I was calling Mikhail for the first couple times I talked to him. I was like, "Oh, hi, Miguel," because I never heard of Mikhail. I never heard Mikhail before. You know, like,
well, I don't know. I mean, I'm personally a fan of when horror IPs go deep into sequels, like, you know, whether it's like, I don't mind sitting through like 7 or 8, 9, hell, there's 12 Friday the 13th and there's 13 Halloween films or whatever it is. I've seen them all multiple times. I've seen them all, but I like when a property has the staying power to build a long running, you know, back lore to it. I can always appreciate that. So, you know, it's just one of those things.
I know you probably got into the Saw movies where like there was a new Saw movie.
Are you kidding me? Do you not realize Saw is like my number 2 favorite franchise of all time, right? I mean, hell, Jeremy and I literally did a fucking Monday night Saw where we covered all of them, like prior to Saw X coming out. I love the Saw franchise. Yes, and I saw every one of them in theaters multiple times.
I remember, wasn't Saw X the one with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson?
No, that was Spiral from the Book of Saw. Saw X is the one that just came out this last year, where they brought back Tobin Bell because Spiral. Chris Rock wanted to make a Saw movie, but he turned it into a black cop drama with a little bit of Saw in it. Is what Spiral was basically. So
you're joking.
No, Spiral. I had very little hope going into that because I love the Saw franchise so much. Mm-hmm. And the second I saw Chris Rock's name attached to it, I knew, like, the movie starts out with him as an undercover cop, and there's a rap song playing. That's not how a Saw movie starts. Like, this is not Saw. This is not what this is. It was bad, dude. It was horrible.
Oh no! I knew if we started talking about horror, I was like, that's like me in video games with text. you
Dude,
know?
I'm telling you, I have an encyclopedia-like knowledge of this horror shit. It's got to come out somewhere. It's just one of those things. It's, I mean, Casey's video game analogy is perfect. I mean, it's, you know, it's what I love. It's my thing. It's, you know, everybody has something, right? So,
You know what you need to do is paint your house like you have white walls like this, but and then you just like splatter like paint, like red paint. You gotta make sure it's the right color of blood, and like maybe like a
well,
hand.
see, that would be my American Psycho room for Mr. Patrick Bateman, because if you don't love American Psycho, you just need to get the hell out of here. That's one of the best movies of all time. That is a tremendous film. So I love that movie.
But I think that's what you need to do is like have that. We're like,
Well, I've got, well, number one, kids need to start growing up and moving the hell out so I have extra room to do that. But, you know, maybe once that happens, we can talk. But as of now, space and capacity for that is not in the budget. So, you know, what you got to do. But it is what it is. So.
no, but I was talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. I was like, I walk out with Hobo Jim, and
Hobo Jim is a great man. Casey, you know, if it wasn't for Hobo Jim, Casey wouldn't know fuck all about movies. All right, you can watch a Hobo Jim. You can watch a Hobo Jim movie review talking about like Casper the Ghost, and somehow you'll end up at Star Wars in like 3 sentences. It's great. So, you know, I don't care what anybody says. Hobo Jim's a great man. I tell you what. So,
But I was like, God, I was like, well, one, I was tired. Two, it was like, God, there's so much stuff that you really can't talk about none of it, because if you do, you're spoiling the movie.
okay, well, first of all, if you haven't seen it by this point and you have social media, it's your own fault. The movie's been out since Thursday. Go freaking see it, or don't get upset if you get spoiled. You know what I mean? So,
But I'm just saying, it's like, it's hard. Like, I think by the time you guys do it on Tuesday, I think that's about the right time for the spoilers.
well, you know, I would say by Sunday, if you haven't seen a film, then it's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, but we live in a world where we know most about what's going to happen in a film before it comes out anyways.
Exactly.
So what, I mean, define spoiler. That term is different for everybody. Some people, you know, consider it a spoiler if they know this person's in it or whatever. You know, spoiler, it doesn't ruin a film for me if a movie is spoiled. Like, I'm the type of person, I look the shit up before going into it, and even knowing, I still enjoy it as much as I would otherwise. You know what I mean? So,
well, I mean, that's where I kind of like going into, like, when I watch Flash, and I was seeing some stuff that, like, oh my god, like you would see some of the throwbacks about Superman and all that, and it was like,
right.
oh my god, and I was marking out, and the one thing I would say I would mark out if the original Sabretooth was not on the freaking trailer, because if I was
and therein lies another problem with trailers is it's either one of two ways. Either, like when you're watching a Marvel film, they fake so much in their trailers, you can't trust what you're seeing. I mean, there are so many examples of, like, go back to Infinity War, like the shots where you see Hulk. Hulk's not in that movie. It's Bruce Banner. You know, like they constantly fake you out. So when you're watching a Marvel trailer, you're not sure what's real, what's not. Or you get, if you're watching like a Blumhouse movie, the horror studio Blumhouse is synonymous with showing everything in their trailers. Like, that Blumhouse did this recent Halloween trilogy. You could literally just watch the trailers for those movies and you saw the best parts. You did not need to go see the movie in and of itself. And that's why I don't watch a lot of trailers these days. Like I try to avoid them if I can, just so maybe I don't necessarily always see everything. But, it's one of those things.
See, another one I just thought about, I was walking out with Scott, and I saw the cutout for Beetlejuice. And yeah, I seen the trailer for that. Like, that's another movie I can't wait for. Like,
I'm looking forward to Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton Batman doesn't really do anything for me, but Michael Keaton is Beetlejuice. Now you've got my attention. Like, I really hope this one's good because I love the original Beetlejuice. So I'm looking forward to that.
I agree with Beetlejuice, but Michael Keaton returning as Batman for me, that was like, I almost went in the Flash movie when they came across that Michael Keaton as Batman. It was almost like half the movie was about him then, Dude,
that was not a Flash movie. That was a Batman movie wrapped in a Flash cover. Is what
exactly. That's exactly what it was, wasn't it?
The Flash Ezra Miller, who in real life has all of these kid allegations against him, abuse allegations. His character, he puts a baby in a microwave in that movie. Who thought that was a good idea within the studio? Like, you would have thought somebody was like, hey, we might want to edit this out because this is not going to play well with audiences. But, what you got to do?
Granted, I mean, it was a slow-mo. They were trying to, I think, protect the baby from falling. I was trying to remember. I think it was something with the baby going in the microwave, protecting it from something. I think it was... Either
way, they still put a child in a microwave. Like, come on now. Like this is... I don't see very... Like, unless you're like trying to avoid like a, some kind of nuclear blast or something in an Indiana Jones movie, I don't think that's going to help you very much.
But granted, it was not like it was on, though. It was coming out from a building that was
but
collapsing.
Still, I don't. The Flash had more problems going. The Flash was a god-awful movie. I fucking hated that. That was terrible.
I'm going to have to disagree. I thought that was great. I think, but granted...
You mean all of the CGI cameos at the end of the movie that weren't even cameos? They were just, computer renders of previous superheroes. Oh, that was tremendous. That was awesome.
That plus, I mean, okay, maybe I'm wearing rose tinted glasses when I saw Michael Keaton as Batman. But I still thought it was
and that was the dog whistle that got most audiences in was, ooh, Michael Keaton's back as Batman. That is the whole reason why they got him back. You realize there was a whole different script that had Ben Affleck's Batman in that role, right?
I would have been okay with that. But I would have been okay with that. But obviously, Michael Keaton to me would have been better, but I agree with you. I think Ben Affleck has been a good Batman, a lot better than I thought.
He's my favorite Batman. There's no better than Affleck for me, but I'm impartial.
No, it's hard for me. I would say it's between, like I said earlier, it's either Michael Keaton or the Nolan Batman, Christian
Bale.
Yeah. Because I thought he did a very good job in the Dark Knight trilogy. So it's hard for me to choose.
Christian Bale was good, no doubt, but Affleck, I am impartial to the Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller, older Batman. And that's why I like the Affleck version better. So.
I might be careful bringing this one up, but this says Casey has raw balls.
Yes, hello, Casey.
It's a Roosh and True. What's up, man?
Not much. What's up, bud? Long time no see, long time no hear.
Yeah, exactly.
I decided, I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to hop on here. You guys are talking about movies. Why? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the podcasts for this week that really didn't have much topics going in. So I was like, fuck it. We'll just crack.
Oh, so you decided to talk movies. Okay. I got a little kiddo running around in his diaper. Kiddo, get dressed. Get clothes on. Good God.
Is that a Cowboys jersey you're wearing?
No, Bears.
Bears?
It's a Chicago Bears shirt. Boom.
Go Cowboys.
I just saw the white shoulders with the blue bottom.
So, hang on. Do you like your quarterback that wears girls' fingernail polish, Mr. Caleb Williams over there? Are you happy with him? You know, with his pink cell phone case and all?
Hey, if he wants to be fruity, it's fine. It's a free country. Be fruity all you want.
Now, my biggest question is he going to wear the cheerleader outfit while he's on the field to go with that nail polish? That's what I need to know.
He might. I mean, hell, if he grabs some pom-poms and helps the team off on the sidelines, I'm fine with that. Hey, go ahead. Be my guest. You'll get a lot of headlines in the news then.
Right.
Yeah. For football nowadays, God, honestly.
Hey, it's almost, it is almost football season, and it cannot get here soon enough. I can't wait. I'm so happy.
The problem is, the one thing I got about football that I don't like is the Pro Bowl, where I guess it's now flag football. I'm like,
oh,
dude,
yeah.
I don't even. Yeah, well, I like the skills competition like they used to do back in the 90s. I'm glad that they brought that back, but I could care less about the flag football game. I don't care about that.
like, what's the point? What's the point in having that? Like, I think a lot of them consider it as a paid vacation because
that's all the Pro Bowl ever was, dude. That's all. Yeah. That's what it. Why do you think they had it in Hawaii? It was always a vacation for the players to bring their families to. That's why. That's all it's ever been. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to football season. I'm not expecting much from my Dallas Cowboys. I don't figure we're going to have too spectacular of a year, but as the always faithful Cowboys fan, I go all in for my boys. So we'll see what happens.
Hey, it is what it is. Hopefully the Cowboys have a good season. I predict the Bears will be dead last in the NFC North, and I'll laugh along the way.
Well, okay, since you're a Bears fan, I can hit. What do you think Green Bay is going to do this year? Like, do you think they'll get back as far as they did this previous year, or what do you think they're going to do?
I think they honestly, I see the Packers being a playoff team. I think they'll get into the playoffs. Again, it depends on schedule. Depending on scheduling, either they'll have a tough schedule or they'll have a light, easy schedule. I see them back in the playoffs. I see Detroit also making it back into the playoffs.
Yeah. But
I don't think Detroit's got. Detroit. I said this last year. The reason why I didn't hop on the hype train with Detroit was, okay, you did it 1 year. Do it twice. Prove it to me that it wasn't luck. Now that Detroit's been exposed a little bit, I'm curious to see what they can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, Detroit, I don't know. The first half of the season, Detroit's got a tough schedule. But I mean, they do face Minnesota and they do face Chicago twice. I think they'll beat
Right.
Minnesota and Chicago both games. Sorry, I don't have faith in my Bears to do good.
Well,
Or-
you don't have to worry about us judging. I mean, the Cowboys.
Yeah,
have fucking Super Bowl
I'll be real honest with you. If the Cowboys can win 10 games this year, I'll be happy with it. I think that's where we're at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I mean, Jerry Jones went all in this year, and his biggest signing was bringing back Ezekiel Elliott, which was done 3 years ago. So I'm not real hopeful. You know what I mean? So I'm not holding out too much.
Uh,
you coming out here? You're supposed to watch a movie.
Okay. I got to move to another room because I'm being disturbed. I can't have like my dining room area to myself.
You can't have any other part of the house. Oh, sorry.
Yes, I can.
I think I gotta be careful too. Well, like, actually,
She might be the boss of me, but I'm sorry. I need my own alone time.
I think I have to be a little bit more quieter than I was before. When I first moved here, I was more quiet. Now I feel like I'm back where the noise level I was at beforehand. But granted, I'm hearing that the neighbors in front and behind me is moving out. So thank God.
Well, so one of these days we're gonna move out of this apartment. We got a shitty neighbor that lives up above us, and all she does is complains. She complains about every little fucking noise that she hears, and she's always accusing us of making noise. I'm like, first off, I got a disabled child. Okay, my child's disabled. He's going to make noise. He's going to bang on the bedroom door, or the closet door to let us know he wants something, because he doesn't communicate. He doesn't talk. So,
Well,
she's got to accept that. But other than that, I mean, any other banging, who knows where it's coming from.
right? Like the day that you move, go get some of those like 6 foot tall speakers that like Best Buy and Circuit City used to have, and point them right at the ceiling and like blare like Master of Puppets and For Whom the Bell Tolls, just as loud as humanly possible. This is a gigantic FU on the way out. It's something I would do, but wait till like 2 in the morning when she's good and asleep, and then just hit them with like Highway to Hell or something. Just some raucously loud, maybe some Motley Crue or something. That'd be fun. So, something like that.
Oh, seriously.
Come on, kid.
Seriously, we hear her moving heavy furniture or banging herself at freaking 2, 3 in the morning. She's woken my kid out of dead sleep. Banging, it's not like, and then you complain and say we're banging. I think you're the one that's fucking banging.
Well,
Yes.
there was one time I was literally coming home. I was wearing my AirPods going into the apartment. I have a bunch of stuff. I think either I had a bunch of stuff that was in front of my door, and my dog ran out the door, and there's a kid behind. Well, a teenager to 20 years old punk.
I have to hop off here. I got a phone call. I'll talk to you later, dude.
All right, C-Tex.
See you, Tex.
So I was literally wearing my pods. My dog ran out because there's this punk kid behind me, and I had to control him, and I can't really hear what he's saying. And then as I turn my pods down, he's like, "You gotta take care of your dog. Your dog barks a lot." I was like, "Okay, he's a dog. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, when I'm gone for work? Like, I work." Like, I'm gone for like almost 9 to 10 hours a day. So
What are you supposed to do? Give your dog a jar of peanut butter, or what the fuck?
No, I do have a crate, but the thing is, if I crate him, he whines. So I don't want to crate him, and so but I recently put one of those doorbells with the camera, and I look, and him and a bunch of these other people keep walking back and forth in front of my door. It's like, no shit, why he's gonna bark, you know? Like, if you're gonna walk back and forth talking, like, there's so many times I came to my door jingling the keys and my dog ain't barking. I'm like, he's by the door, he knows I'm home, but I never hear him bark when I'm coming in. But
yeah. Well, lately, I can tell you this. I actually took tonight off of work. I said, fuck it, I'm not going into fucking work. I'm taking a 4-day weekend. I took a fucking 4-day weekend from work because I'm like, fuck it. Because guess what? Everybody else takes 3 or 4 days off. Fuck it, I'm going to take 2 days off.
What, for the 4th?
No, I took today off. I took yesterday off and I took today off.
Oh.
Yesterday was my birthday and I said, fuck it, I don't want to be at the place on my birthday.
I don't blame you.
Because I know everybody there would tell me happy birthday and I would tell them, die. I don't celebrate my birthday. There's nothing happy about it. It's a day of birth.
Yeah, I agree. Like, sadly for right now, the only person previously would call me for my birthday was my mom, but my mom passed last year. So,
yeah, I heard about your mom passing.
Thank you.
I mean, I trust me, Casey. The way how things are going, I'll tell you this. Earlier this afternoon, I seen a freaking news article. These people did it again in not where I live, but the town that I live in. Somebody went and made a bomb threat to one of the grocery stores in my town. Yet again. God. They actually hit one of the Walmarts in town.
God damn.
They actually last week somebody did the same thing to one of the Walmarts. They had to shut the whole Walmart down. And then they turned around and they did this other grocery store and they had to shut the fucking grocery store down. Bomb squad called not more than once, but twice. In the last 2 weeks, bomb squad has had to be called to 2 different places because of some idiot making some sort of supposed bomb threat. And it turns out the Walmart one was a fucking hoax. Somebody left a backpack and then somebody called it in saying there was a bomb.
Oh my God. I remember one time.
Did it.
Go ahead.
Well, sorry, Casey. Now they did it to this other grocery store. This is kind of like, are they going to keep doing it to all the other stores? Because this is getting ridiculous.
You figured to try to find that. I don't know if you could trace the call afterwards, but you figure maybe there's a phone number. Maybe they could trace that phone number.
I mean, you would think that somehow, unless they're blocking the number somehow, you would think they would be able to trace the call, because this is, if this keeps going on, I don't know. I think I don't know what's going on, because they're wasting people money. They're wasting taxpayer money. They're wasting resources. It's just stupid.
Oh yeah, I agree. The only other thing, like, I think even private, unless, I don't know, that's hard to think about that. Like that, or like maybe a VPN hiding their number, like changing their location. But I don't know, but that's pretty fucked up.
Oh, it is. It is. I kind of want to get out of this area because, like, it's getting worse. Every day, it's getting worse. Mm-hmm. Yes, Band-Aid, 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 Band-Aid.
No, I don't
Give me a
want
Band-Aid. I have to look. Oh, my God. I swear to God. I cut my thumb doing something. God damn it. Why do I have a woman who doesn't know where things are?
Oh.
I swear to God, if she didn't have her head attached to her shoulders, she'd be looking for her head.
That goes the same for you.
Ah, yeah, right.
I mean, seriously, sometimes, hey, get out of there.
Here.
The roses say, "What's going on over there?"
Oh, nothing. This is pretty normal for both of us on an average
I've
day.
been here 20 years. Come on.
Yeah, 20 years. 20 years of a headache.
Oh.
But it's okay. I love her. I mean, come on. She gave me my kid.
The only kid he's ever getting.
We'll see about that.
I'll chop him off.
I took the link out so the Rose would join, and now the Rose is like, I don't know if I want to join this.
Yes, you do. Join. Don't worry. When you get married.
Anyway. See ya.
What's up?
No.
I got to bounce anyway. See ya.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Richard.
Oh, hey, hello. Don't worry. There's no spousal abuse going on here. We just mess with each other.
Nice to meet you. I got to go, man.
See you, Crater.
Oh, you gotta go? Well, if you have to go that bad, make sure you don't miss. Make sure you hit the toilet correctly. Don't miss. Don't miss.
Alrighty.
See you, Crater. So there was one time I was living in Pennsylvania. I think this is either I was in New York or I was somewhere like maybe Easton, Pennsylvania. We're traveling. And we're traveling back and forth. And we see this suitcase that was sitting by itself. And I think we saw cops looking at the bag because it was just a random suitcase, one of those ones that you roll around, and it was just randomly on the sidewalk. I was like, oh my God, you don't think that could be a bomb, do you? Like, we rolled back, and I think they were already gone. So I was like, I would never thought, like, hey, here's an idea. Let's scare some people. Let's just randomly just drop a luggage and on the sidewalk and just go. Like, that's pretty fucked up. But that would be kind of funny to see that, though, too.
Well, it is. I mean, seriously, people do a lot of fucked up shit nowadays, and I question where the hell is our society going to?
Oh, we've been going down like hell in the handbasket for decades now. Like,
it seems like it. I mean, fuck. I mean, you got people going around my town, in my city, running around, threatening stores. Oh, there's a bomb. Guess what's going to happen? Bomb squad is going to be called. If they find out it's a hoax, not only are you wasting taxpayer money, you're wasting police time, you're wasting bomb squad time.
Yeah, resources. Yeah. I mean, hopefully.
And then,
go ahead.
I mean, it costs the city money to do all that, and then you want to keep doing that. I mean, I know my area is bad, but that's just, it's just stupid. It's just totally stupid.
It almost sounds like a prank, almost, because like you figure, like if they're gonna do it a couple times, it almost sounds like a prank. Like
I think it is. I think it's some dumb teenager or some dumb adult wanting to freaking prank the police and prank the bomb squad and try to scare the shit out of the general public. And it's like, dude, it's not funny.
no, I mean, at least no one's really getting hurt. I mean, when people swat YouTubers or streamers, that's pretty fucked up. I think that's worse because at least there's no one getting harmed at those bomb scares.
No, but what happens though? These places end up losing money, and then when they start losing money, what happens then? Then either those places have to shut down, and then now you took away something that people enjoyed going to, shopping at. Now they don't have that anymore. It's kind of stupid. If the Rose Gaming wants to join. There's no spousal abuse. Come on, wait until you meet a woman. Wait until you meet a woman and she becomes your significant other, or your other half, and she's the same way. She might drive you nuts, or to drink, or both.
But dude, it's been forever last time we even talked. I mean, shoot, could have been since Cronin time. It's been at least. I think this is before maybe Cronin and Drew broke up.
Yeah, it's been quite a long time. Yeah, I know, and that was a terrible divorce. I mean, come on, they acted like a married couple.
Yeah,
and that was a terrible divorce. Now look at Drew. He's playing video games. You and the Rose Gaming made him a nerd.
Hey, Lacey, I always told Drew when he was working with Joe, and it's not because of Joe. I was like, dude, you're doing so much stuff that you're burning the candle almost like on three ends, because he was doing his own thing. He was doing the thing with Cronin, and then he has his job, and then his family. And like, dude, when does this guy ever have time to just chill?
I know. I said it. I said it, Drew, too. You're burning yourself out, man. You're getting wore down. I even told Drew, like, he didn't have to end Derailed the way that he did. Yes, he actually stopped at episode 238, and then he did the reunion episode, which was 239. And I told Drew, you didn't have to end Derailed. You could have kept that going, but changed the format. You could have done mystery shows, or you could have done like maybe like twice out of the month. You could have done a free-for-all show where nobody brings any topics and you guys just spitball shit freely.
I think
he decided to end it.
Well, I think it was a couple things. I think one, like I said, like he was just working so much, and then oh gosh, he would look up these stories, get like all into the story, and then we talk about it. And it was just, and then at the very end, yeah, of course, at the very end, we just hang around and chat. But I think he was just burnt out. I don't think it was anything with anyone. He just got burnt out, and he just wanted to do something different. So, I'm not gonna say.
Well, Casey. Well, I mean, there's stuff I could tell you, but that would be privately when you're not streaming.
Well,
You know, I mean, we could be on a call together, and I could tell you some of the details that Drew's told me of why he stopped Derailed.
mm,
But other than that, that's like between me and you, and not on stream where other people can hear.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Because I don't want a drama war to start.
oh, there should be no drama. I mean, I'm sure everyone that was part of his group missed being part of that. But-
Yeah, we do. I mean, like the rare circumstances where I called in, you know, it was, you know, once in a great while, I'm like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, I'll call in, I'll hang out with Drew and
Yeah.
fuck with him for a while. And yeah, there was times we brought some heated topics, you know, and serious topics, like, you know, stuff going on around the world. Like, I don't know how Drew feels now about the shit that's going on around the world. If he's even paying attention to half the shit that goes on. I mean, once he ended Derailed, he kind of stopped paying attention to a whole lot of shit.
Well, I mean, I can't really blame him. Like, honestly, I hate listening to the news. The only reason I know about a lot of times what's going on was through Derailed, because I hate coming home, putting the news on, and it's like, oh, it's all about bad news. I mean, like,
Oh yeah,
the only reason I even heard about Donald Trump getting the assassination attempt, it was because of YouTube. It's not because of, oh, I turned on the news today and that was the headliner. You know?
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I was the same way. I got alerted like on my phone that there was an assassination attempt on Trump, and I'm like, what bright idiot would try to assassinate Trump and miss? Jesus Christ, I'm waiting for Trump to like release a t-shirt that said, "You missed."
Yeah, there you go. You missed. So, like,
Or a rap song. "You missed, you putz."
I mean, the guy just, I mean, he still got him. It was just he didn't got the.
Yeah,
got
he got his ear. He got his ear. He basically pierced Trump's ear.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, is that considered as a headshot? Like, I mean, it did hit the head, kind of, but I'm like,
Well,
but
kind of, but it hit his right ear. So basically, Trump has now a pierced right ear. At 78 years old, Trump decided to finally pierce his ear.
dude,
I mean,
like, I've seen people reenact that with like a gelatin head, and it's crazy how the ear looks. It just expands real far. I was like, God, imagine seeing that in high speed camera. But I mean,
yeah.
they found the bullet on high speed camera where it's a line, but he couldn't really see where he got pierced. But
No. And then the last thing, now I see people doing this. They're wearing bandages on their right ear.
yeah,
What? Okay, look, first off, it's understandable. Trump, you know, there was an assassination attempt. They took down the shooter, all that. But why are you morons putting bandages on your right ear to act like Trump? I mean, come on. Basically, he got his ear pierced. Yes,
Yeah.
there was blood. It happens. But good. What? I swear to God, people nowadays amaze me on how stupid they become.
What's amazing how he survived though. Like he barely tilted his head in the right direction at the that right time. If not, it had been in his brain. Like,
Yeah,
but
well, we're kind of lucky, you know. It wasn't worse than what it was. I mean,
oh,
if
definitely,
if he would have really hit Trump, Trump wouldn't be here right now, and then we would have had Trump. I don't know who the Republicans would have to be running for president.
Oh, I would have no idea.
I have no idea either. At this point, I don't think they have really anyone else to really run. I mean,
Well,
Biden's out, so we don't have to worry about Biden. Biden dropped out.
oh, and let me ask you this: let's say, God forbid, let's say it did happen, and would Biden still dropped out after Trump got assassinated, or you think he would stayed in the race?
At Biden's age, I think he would have dropped out. I mean, think about it. If he would have re-won and was elected again to be the president, by the time he got out, he'd be 85. I don't think he wants to. I don't think we want somebody senile in the White House who's starting to show signs that they might be going senile.
God, he was already the oldest president. He was the oldest president when he was elected. Like,
yeah, he's 81 right now. He's 81 right now. I mean, I swear to God, we need to get younger people to become presidents. Not old. Come on, not old and decrepit, not senile. Come on.
Oh, that's what I was saying last week or so ago. I was saying that the age limit for being a president probably should be like retirement age, probably like 65, maybe 68. I think
to make that to make a counterpoint, shouldn't we do that for everyone in the Senate and Congress as well? Because to me, okay, the president has a term limit. Shouldn't we do that with senators and congressmen at the same time? To me personally, we have people that are career politicians that have held office for nearly 30, 40, 50 years. You think by now people would boot them out and be like, look, we want somebody younger in charge. We want somebody younger to be our senator or our congressman or our governor or mayor.
I agree. I think maybe across the board, if you're at a certain age, you should not be elected. And like, I think you had to be at least 35 to run for president. So, I mean, people are like, "Oh, well, that's 65. That's a short amount of time." No, look, that's 30 years. That's
well, yes. Now, see, that's if you hold other government jobs, like if you're a senator or a congressman or a mayor or a governor. Yes, I can understand that because, like, yes, technically at 35, if somebody wanted to run to become president, they actually can and they could win. But again, president has term limit. He either serves one term or 2 terms. Well, it should be the same way for every other level of government, and we don't do that in this country. Other countries they do. We don't do that here, and I'm sorry. I think we need to start kind of doing that. Boot some of these old fuckers out.
I agree. Like if I always said that same thing about driving. Like if you're a certain age, some people age better than others. Where like some are still like have their mental faculties all the way till they die, like 90s. But then there's other people like starting to waste away at 60, and like God, like I feel like some people like at a certain age probably shouldn't be driving no more. So I feel like if
Well,
I've been president, and
well, there's an old Seinfeld joke with that. Seinfeld said in one of his stand-ups, "If you're 80, do fucking 80."
oh gosh, I
mean, think about that. Think about that. Think about that. I mean, can you imagine seeing an 80-year-old going down the street doing 80? I could. I don't blame them if they did.
But hold on, that would mean I would only be doing 42. I mean, that would suck. Like I would be definitely speeding the whole time if I had to drive at 42.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, yeah. I mean, I say it like this. I mean, yes, I think even the elderly should not be able to drive if they're at an age that they know they can no longer drive behind the wheel. Yes, I think that's when you got to say, okay, you're too old. You shouldn't be driving.
Yeah,
I
feel like that's the way I was saying about the whole like politics. But I think you brought up a good point. It shouldn't just be president; it should be across the board in the government. Like I think that's a good.
Yes, because we got people that are senators that have been in the Senate for a long time. I can name two right off the top of my head: Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul. They've both been in office for a very fucking long time. People need to boot them out of fucking power. They need to boot them out of being senators. I mean, Mitch McConnell is like freaking 70-something years old. He's been in there for 40. He's been in there for 40 fucking years. 40 fucking years. Time to get out. Go. They need to boot his ass out. Rand Paul has been in it for 30-some-odd fucking years. Boot his fucking ass out too. Because I can tell you this, Rand Paul is the freaking senator of Kentucky. Okay? Fucking Kentucky. Now, Kentucky is a hillbilly fucking state. And I can tell you that because I live no more than 15 minutes from the fucking state. Across the border. I was on the other side. I was in southern Indiana. All I had to do was drive 15, 20 minutes, and I was in freaking Kentucky. And trust me, a lot of the people in Kentucky are fucking redneck hillbillies. And they're backwards. Backwards fucking people.
Well, I've been up in Pennsylvania and New York. I even have been all the way into Connecticut, but I can't really say much about Connecticut people in Connecticut because I only been up there a couple times, but it was on work. But being in Pennsylvania, there's rednecks up there, and I'm pretty sure there's rednecks in New York. And like obviously, when you think of New York, obviously you're thinking about Manhattan and the Five Boroughs, but like I had people from Long Island, I guess, where a lot of my my late wise families from, and or Staten Island. It was one of those two, but they're like, "There's no cows here." It was like, well, fuckers, you got rednecks up here too, so don't say that shit to me.
Well, yeah. Well, Casey, you live in Oklahoma. You're in the reddest of the redneck states.
Oh yeah. I mean, now
but I ain't gonna make fun of you for being in Oklahoma. I mean, trust me. I lived in southern Indiana for a point in time. That was redneck. Oh God, is Indiana a redneck state? Oh, good God. People there they're very fucking backwards. I mean, seriously, they did stuff that didn't make any logical sense. That doesn't make any sense. Why are you doing that? Are you an idiot? And pretty much they were. A lot of them were not very bright. And yes, there was a lot of inbreeding.
Oh my God.
I will go with that. Because guess what? Because the Kentucky, the state next over, if you wanted to marry your second cousin or third cousin, you could, because it's technically legal in the state of Kentucky.
Well, third cousin, isn't that like not even really any blood no more? Like second is barely any blood, you know? Isn't it? Like,
well, depending, I have no idea. I mean, it's possible, but you still, I don't know. I mean,
I
come on.
I wouldn't test that water though.
No, I would not test that water either. I don't care if you're my second cousin and you're hot as hell. I'm not gonna. No, that's inbreeding. What are you doing? No. Dear Lord. No.
Well, Root, I know this is showing my age, but I'm getting tired, bro. I'm ready to hit the hay. So,
Casey, you've been tired since you got home from work.
Actually, I was off today. I slept a lot, and then I went to watch the movie. So I need a day to recover before I feel a little bit normal again. It's this heat. It's this heat down here. It's been crazy. It's been like the humidity's been real bad. So
trust me, Casey, the humidity has been bad everywhere this year. Even allergies have been extremely bad this year. Oh God, even for myself, I'm like, yeah, this has been kind of a bad year for a lot of shit.
Oh, I knew it was going to be bad when.
But I mean,
I knew it was going to be bad here because when we had such a mild winter, I mean, we barely had snow. So I knew this summer was going to be pretty bad. And
well, here's a question for you, Casey. Have you ever thought about moving out of Oklahoma? If you could choose any state other than Oklahoma, what state would you move to?
No, not really. Because when I lived in Pennsylvania, I always wanted to come back. Because, I mean, I had a lot of family here. I still have a lot of family here. It's just like my brother and sister, they're both live out of state now. But I have a lot of my extended family still here.
Yeah. That's the one thing I would say. I mean, a lot of my extended family still lives in southern Indiana, and I'm like, I can't deal with the heat of southern Indiana or their humidity. I mean, that's why I moved back up north to be with my kid, be with the mother and my kid.
If anything, maybe go back to Pennsylvania because it's a beautiful state and the weather. I can handle the weather a little bit better there. Like I prefer the cold than the heat because I can work a lot better in the cold than the heat.
Well, that's what I've said. That's why I moved back up north. I'm like, I cannot deal with that. I mean, I cannot deal with the heat down there in southern Indiana, and I mean, here it gets hot, but it's not like down there. No. We still have times where we could actually have a very mild summer, and so far we've kind of had a mild summer. We've only had like maybe 2 weeks of like real bad heat, and after that, it's been kind of mild. I mean, we're hitting into the low to mid 80s. I'll take that. I'll take that over being down in southern Indiana being freaking 90 or 100, and then even at night it does not drop hardly at all, and it still feels like it's freaking 90 or 100 even at night. Down up here, we have 50s, 60s. We drop down into the 50s or 60s at night.
I mean, down here, like, the weather would be nice for the nighttime. There's a new guy, George. I can't pronounce that last name. And I don't know why he put equal 5 question mark underline 5 underline. Is that greater than or less than symbol?
I have no idea. You got people. You I don't know. You got people coming in your chat saying numbers and letters.
Yeah. No,
What do you
it's not even letters. It's you got equal 5 question mark underline 5
Eagle.
underline equals, like something eagle, like 5 plus 5 equals.
Oh, 5 plus 5 equals 10.
Yeah.
So what are you, 10?
No, but it has the equal mark 5 question mark underline 5 underline either less than or greater than mark.
I have no idea, Casey. I have no idea. It's your chat. You figure out what's going on in chat.
But I don't know. But welcome, George, to my channel. But like
If
I
you're-
said, I think he's
Yeah,
new.
welcome. Yeah, if you're new, welcome to Casey's channel. If you're not new, it doesn't matter. Welcome to his channel, anyways. It's a shit show.
Yes, it is. I'm not gonna disagree with that. But Rue, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta walk Duke, and then I'm gonna call it a night. So he's trying to motion me to the door, so he needs to go potty. So I appreciate you coming on.
Oh yeah, it's been forever.
Yeah, come on more often. Miss talking to you, bro.
I miss talking to you too, if I can, Casey. I mean, I can't always guarantee that I can, especially because I work Saturday nights. I technically took tonight off of work just to do this, but I can't keep taking Saturdays off. Eventually, I'll get in trouble for that.
Oh yeah, but it was good to have you on. And
shoot the shit. I mean, every once in a while, maybe I can. We'll see. I mean, I know the mother's yelling at me, telling me be quiet. I'm trying to put the kid to sleep. No. He's not in school. He can stay up as late as he wants. If he drives you batty, not my fault.
But I'm gonna take off. Thanks for coming on, Aru.
Yeah, it's been good seeing you, Casey.
Good seeing you too, bro.
I'm sure at some point we'll talk offline some way or somehow. And I mean, like I said, if you want to know the details Drew gave me of why he ended Derailed, I'll pass it on to you. If not, that's fine too. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. But
all right. Well, I'll catch you later, Casey.
See you, bro. I'll talk to you later, man.
See ya.
See
Yep.
ya.
Bye.
Bye. Well, I like to say thanks to Rue showing up, Tex, and Kratos showing up. So for those guys, I am Casey Raw, and we're
There you
gonna
go.
be.
We just gotta close it. Okay.
There you go. That's funny. But I appreciate everyone coming on. Yeah. That was Saturday is Raw, and I gotta walk the little puppy out. He's trying to tell me I gotta go potty, Casey. And I give my dogs voices, and that's his voice. I gotta go. But you guys have a good day. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. He's squirming now. See you guys.